Welcome to the Ostomy Body Positive Confidence Chronicles, where we highlight inspiring ostomy journeys through education, relatable stories, and expert insights. We also feature companies, products, and professionals improving ostomy care. Please like, share, subscribe, and or join our movement. The Facebook group link is in the description below. In the meantime, let me get on here. I don't know if you've ever seen any of them, but I do a little dance because I like to entertain people as they're getting on because it takes some time to click on here.
Yeah.
So I just pretend, like if I could sing, I'd sing, but I can't sing. Oh, it says we're live already. So
Oh,
I'm actually,
I can't sing either.
yeah, it surprises me. Sometimes it takes like minutes to get on and sometimes it doesn't. So I'll just do one of these things and dance to the beat in my head.
Yeah. Nice
So,
sip of coffee.
right, right. Oh, let me get my notes. All right. So, welcome back. We are now live on Ostomy Body Positive, and we have Emily Rhoads here from outside of Coeur d'Alene,
Yeah.
Idaho. Nice, nice. Heard the area is beautiful, and sometime when I live in a van again, you may see me in your driveway.
Please do.
Okay,
I have
perfect.
a large driveway. Come on over.
All right. So, Emily, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you besides your ostomy? Like, who is Emily?
Well, I played college hockey,
Oh.
locally for fun, and I worked at a ski resort for a little bit before my ostomy, so I love snowboarding.
Mm.
And if it's the area, North Idaho, snowboarding,
Okay.
hockey, I love golfing. I actually started up CrossFit again back in October, and I used to do that like 7 years ago.
Okay.
Um, I'm a violin instructor. I have about 9 students who just come to my house. And because I used to play in the symphony, but now I've retired from that, and now I just
Oh,
teach, which is
cool.
so much fun and flexible because I got two little girls. They're 3 and 5. So I can just do it from home. And then I work part time at an orthodontist office.
Mm.
So it's fun. Oh, and then when we're not doing that, we're camping in the summer.
Yeah.
And my husband races a Camaro and a motorcycle. So
Mm.
we'll travel a lot and just like pitch up like a tent or a trailer, just
So cool.
wherever he's racing at. So Montana, Washington. So that kind of takes up our summers.
Wow, fun. Do you ever go to Minnesota to the Brainerd? Um,
No, but I really want to go. I've only been into Minnesota to fly in to go to Chicago to watch my
okay.
favorite NHL team. But
Okay.
that
Okay.
sounds
Wow. Well, you have a you're multi-talented, but your family's also multi-talented.
I like a lot of things.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, what type of ostomy do you have, and how long have you had it?
I have an ileostomy, and I've had it since September, not this last September, but the September before.
Okay.
I actually was put in the hospital. I spent 34 days there,
Ugh.
and they tried all the biologics, all the steroids. I've had this disease since 2010. And
Mm.
then finally they were like, oh, and then I was tube fed and I lost 40 pounds. And they're like, okay, you're going to just die in the hospital, and your kids are, how old were they then? They were 2 and 4 at the time.
Mhm.
So they're like, we need to get this mama home. And I'm
Right.
like, yes, please do the surgery. And
Yes.
so after 34 days, I've only seen my kids 2 times when I was there. They finally did the surgery, and I remember waking up from the surgery and asking for McDonald's. So hungry.
And
So
they're
I'm
like, no, you can't have McDonald's.
they let me have it. And the
They
nurses
did? Oh,
are
geez.
like, yeah, they're like, be very careful. But they said because my intestines were actually waking up during surgery before they came and closed me up,
Yeah.
they said I could eat if I was hungry. And so I ate some McDonald's because I was so
I can't
hungry.
believe they let you do that.
I know. I know.
That's
I was
awesome.
lucky. And then I left 2 days later to go home after the surgery.
I'm glad you said that about the like being a mom and that Trina in the group. I don't know if you know who Trina is in the group, but we were doing a podcast and our last episode that's going to go out tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Was about parenting while ill. And I'm glad you said that because it's a very touchy subject, being a parent and then being in the hospital and like your kids just seeing you sick or or not seeing you at all, right? Because you're in the hospital, and how hard that is, not just on us, but on the kids. So,
Yeah, my daughter started preschool, so I missed her first 2 weeks of preschool, and she had a broken leg from a trampoline accident. So
oh,
I'm in the hospital. She's starting preschool, broken leg. But luckily, I have a really strong support system.
yeah.
And I think it's made her stronger, like at doctor's offices, because she knows, like, hey, mom's been to the doctor and she's been
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
So I think it's just helped me be really, like, supportive around them and help them to not have a fear of certain things. And
Sure.
we're going to get through this and we're going to have a positive attitude about it. So,
Yeah. And that was the other thing we kind of mentioned too with the parenting is like your kids end up growing up almost, I mean, I think we both saw that our kids actually ended up growing up feeling quite, being like empathetic, but then also just really knowing who they are because at
mhm,
some level, they had to like do little things for themselves that they wouldn't normally have to do. So,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's been the biggest challenge that you could say that's been to, adjusting to life with an ostomy, and how have you overcame it?
Well, there's a few things. I'd say like the initial of adjusting, it's almost like having a baby on your hip 24/7.
Yeah.
You can latch off and it's like the adjusting period.
Yeah.
So I'd say figuring out what supplies work for me
Hmm.
and how to start moving my body again. And then I started to overdo it and I was lifting heavy things and I kept ending up in the emergency room with like strained muscles or I'd eat too much fiber. And
Yes.
like vertical blockages. So it's definitely like been a learning curve.
Yeah.
So in that sense, now I've gotten like my cute bag covers that make me feel confident, and I got my system down,
Mhm.
and you just kind of grow with it. But I think just initial challenge of getting used to it, and it's like, okay, how am I going to live my life in the
Mhm.
best way possible? And get past these hurdles. So like no
Sure.
matter where I go now, even to work, I will bring an extra bag of like clothes or
Yeah.
supplies because I can just be like, oh, like the other day I was working at a public school
Uh-huh.
and we go to public schools and we do orthodontic treatment for the children
Oh, nice.
once a week. And I felt something was off. So I ran into my car and I'm just sitting in my car doing a bag change. And I went like live on TikTok about it. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay, I'm going back
nice.
to work now, spray some hand sanitizer. And it's like no one would know. So just
Oh, very cool.
learning how to get past those hurdles,
Yeah.
and just be like, oh, this is so minor compared to what could happen.
Yeah, and compared to how life was probably before. And I skipped around a little bit, but and I can imagine this is probably in your case, but sharing a moment when you regained confidence in doing something you loved. I'd imagine, right, just being able to like go to the bathroom and not have to worry so much. Or is there something else that you found
Yeah,
confident?
like I have a bunch of friends that live in Boise because I went to Boise State and it's about an 8 hour drive for me. And last time we drove down there was a few years ago and we'd had to stop to the bathroom every 30 minutes. And by the time we got down there to see Luke Combs for a concert, I was literally like dying in my seat. I couldn't stand up during the concert. I was laying there and then I was either laying in the seat or in the porter potty. And the rest of the trip I was in the motel or the hotel room. And
Oh,
then I ended up in the emergency room like 2 weeks after we got home. I don't know how I survived. So, but then we just went back down in September for a friend's wedding and I made it down the whole trip. I was like, oh, like, like I think we popped over to see the river and I just like dumped my bag into like a doggy bag on the side of the
yeah,
road. And I was like,
yeah.
whatever. And I was able to dance at the wedding and just
Nice.
enjoy like the things that I couldn't before. So
Yes.
that was a huge like moment.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, it's amazing. Like I think so people get kind of stuck on the idea like it's gonna take your life over, but it doesn't. It actually like gives you back the
It
freedom,
does.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm And
So
that's something I struggle with too, is people were very negative when I
yeah,
first had my surgery. And I think it's because they just didn't understand. And so that's why I'm very open about it
yes.
because and just kind of trying to educate people.
Yeah. Well, right, because people have like, I think the old idea was, oh, you wear this bag and it's like you're wearing crap on your stomach and you're gonna smell and
Yeah.
you're gonna be all these things. So that was like the old idea. But as
Mhm.
more and more people, and as like younger people like us who have, now have ostomies, we can be like, well, yes, but look at us. We're, like you said, you're going on TikTok and showing, hey, look, like this is me and it's working. So that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. How has your self-image changed to having an ostomy, like with having an ostomy? And if there was somebody new that you knew who was getting an ostomy, like what advice would you have for somebody else with that's struggling?
That's tricky. So it's almost brought me like for me it's brought me a new level of confidence because
Mm-hmm.
I told myself right away. Like I feel like if I'm hiding it and it gets bloated under my clothes, I get really uncomfortable and I kind of shut down. So I'm more of a person that like I'm gonna get a super cute bag that looks
Yeah.
like a fanny pack and
Yeah.
just it. And I'd
Right.
rather someone come up to me like, "What is that?" and talk to them about it because I feel more comfortable just being myself and not letting it hinder me. Whereas some people like don't think it's appropriate to have it out like that. So I've
Right.
definitely come across those challenges. But at the end of the day, I think it's about your mental health and like what makes you happy and what makes you feel confident. So like for me, what helped me was getting like I don't know if you heard of 10 Aces. They're out of
Yes.
Florida.
Yep.
Yeah, so I use their spray because I live at the lake all summer long. So I
Okay.
use their spray and when I go swimming and I don't have to worry about it. Or I
Mhm.
use like the Revel lavender in my bag. So if I'm out and about using the restroom, I don't
Mhm.
have to worry like, is it gonna stink if someone comes behind me? And like I
Sure.
think getting like super cute bag covers and people are like, oh my gosh, that's adorable. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
So just little things like that definitely help bring up my confidence
Yeah.
and just not being ashamed. I know like my husband really helped me when I was talking about going to that wedding in Boise because
Yeah.
I got this tight silk dress. And if you looked, you could kind of see the outline of my bag, but that was
Sure.
just even like with Spanx, you could still see the outline of the bag.
Sure.
And I was like getting kind of self-conscious about it. And he's like, Emily, he's like, you have an ostomy bag. And I
Yeah.
was like, duh, you're right. Like no one's gonna judge me for that. So I'm like, if
Yeah.
you see it, they're gonna be like, wow, look at she's turned up the dance floor with an ostomy bag. But I think
Exactly.
that was another moment for me where I'm like, you're right, I have an ostomy bag. Like, why am I
Yeah.
trying to be self-conscious about it?
That's awesome. See, I love that because you're just like, yeah, this is me. I have it.
Mhm.
So what? This is,
Yeah,
I'm going on. I'm still going to be out there moving.
I'm gonna make the most out of it.
Exactly. That's awesome. I love that. And then what's a misconception? We kind of talked about that a little while ago, but what's a misconception about living with an ostomy that you wish more people understood?
Oh man, that is not so restrictive. Like I said, I'm back in CrossFit and showing that you can still do things
Hmm.
like that. People think you can't go swimming, you can go swimming. Intimacy, like that hasn't been an issue if you're with
Yeah.
someone who just loves you for you. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Um, and then I think people think that like you're just gonna be like almost like handicap all the time when that's
Hmm.
not the case at all.
Hmm.
Like a lot of times people don't even know. Like if I come up, people come up to me like, I didn't even know you had an ostomy bag. I'm like, how'd you not know? I post about it all the time. you know. Um, and then some people think too a big like for me, my case everyone's different. Some people think like, oh, like when can you have the reversal? You have to get the reversal done and your life will be normal. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I am not a candidate for reversal. And if you are, like that is amazing. But if you're not, that's fine too. And I'm not a candidate. So when people were coming up to me saying like, oh, that's such a bummer you have that, like when can you get reversed so you can start eating normally and start,
No.
I even had people say like being a better mom and I'm like, no.
Whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got hit hard. So I just took it with positivity and just said to myself, those people clearly don't understand. So instead of getting angry, I'm just going to say, like, hey, this is my case. This is why, you know, and just
Mhm.
come with kindness. But yeah, I think that and just knowing, like, if it is permanent, like,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know,
Right. And I mean, like for a lot of people it is permanent, but I know like for instance for me, it doesn't have to be permanent, but I do have no ambition on being reversed. I mean, if you think about the pain you were in before or
Mhm.
the bathroom trips and the accidents and all that, like why would you want to relive that if that's even an option? Like that you might go back to that again. Like
Exactly.
If you're feeling good and you're not having a lot of irritation and problems with your ostomy, keep it, keep
I think
it.
people need to realize like that is such a powerful personal choice.
Yeah.
And there's so many reasons why I wouldn't choose a reversal and other people wouldn't choose a reversal, and we shouldn't be shamed for that.
Yeah.
And it should be more praised like, wow, like you're doing what's best for you and your family.
Yes, exactly. So what's a piece of advice that you have that you've like learned or a tip that you could help others with managing their ostomy better on a day-to-day basis? I
I
mean,
think
you do these bag changes in your car. You're pretty good at
I
it,
do.
sounds like.
Yeah. I think just not being afraid to reach out to people.
Mhm.
I had a girl from New Jersey reach out to me because she found me on TikTok, and now we're really good friends, and we
Oh,
sell Monate together. It was just
that's
kind of funny, but
that's awesome.
she just said like, I just found you so encouraging,
Oh,
and it said just really help her get through stuff. So I would say like, don't be afraid to reach out to people that you see, people you don't know, and
yeah,
you're like, hey, I see that like, you're doing these bag changes or using these products. Like how will that help? Because there's things that like have helped me and things that haven't. So
yeah,
I think just reaching out, trying different things, being bold, and not being afraid of having an ostomy.
yeah.
And it can be scary. I had like a blowout in a public bathroom at a restaurant. I had a blowout on a
Mm-hmm.
cruise. I mean, it just happens.
Does.
Crap happens, but I just learned from it and learned like, okay, what can I do next time to better prepare myself? So
For
I think
sure.
just being confident in yourself, knowing that like you're stronger because of it, you're not gross, and like if you need any help, like reach out to one of
Yeah.
us with ostomies
Yeah.
because I love talking about it, and I
Yeah.
want to I want to be able to help people, and I don't want them to
Yeah.
be afraid to leave their house because
Yeah.
everything is going to happen.
Exactly. Is it feels like to me it feels like since I've really been in the ostomy community, it seems like we're all family. It's so we can just like relate. And I get, yeah, we have an ostomy, like we can relate, but it just like everyone I've ever met is like nice and open and honest and willing to help others. And like
Exactly.
it's like a big family.
I love it.
Um,
I'm new to it still because I've only had it for over a year. But
yeah.
I mean, I learned a little bit in the hospital, but I've learned the most from social media and
Yes.
meeting people that are so supportive, and these companies like Ten Aces and uh, the Dookies bags are just so
Mhm.
positive
Yeah.
and so you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I got this. I got
Yeah.
support.
I've
Yeah.
had Brock and his wife, and I can't remember her name, but they've had them on before doing an interview. Yeah, I think they're in the group. But yeah, they're good people. I like them. They're the 10 aces. Um,
Yes.
and then I have one more question I didn't prepare you for. It's kind of
Okay.
like a if you could write a fortune cookie message about life with an ostomy, what would it say?
Oh my goodness. This is probably why I didn't sign up for Mrs. Idaho because I actually thought about it. I was like, I can't do the questionnaire on the spot.
Right, right.
Maybe someday. This is prepare me for it.
And
Uh,
perfect.
oh man. Um, I would just say like probably like let go of your fears and push on.
Yeah. Yeah, so true. Which you're doing and you're advocating and you're putting it out there and showing your kids that you're a strong mama and going on with your life because, right? There's nothing else that we can do. We can't sit home and we
No.
can't. There's too much life to live and yeah, I wish more people understood that like having an ostomy is not life ending. I've heard some people say some really negative things and I think the more, like people like you put that information out there that nope, I'm just an average person doing everyday things. And actually, I mean, I would venture to say above average. You're doing a lot more. But like teaching violin and all these things. So, we're all able to do these things, whatever we want to do. So,
Yeah, whatever it looks like, it could be as easy as someone going out and checking their mail or someone going out for a
yeah.
run. Like we're all different, but just
Yeah.
pushing yourself a little bit
Yeah.
and just not like, like I'm still alive is such a
Yeah.
blessing.
Yes.
Not let negativity, because like I said, I've had my fair share of negativity where people are like, how dare you take out your organs and just like horrible things. Don't let that get to you. Just brush it off and be like, I've been through so much that your comments don't matter. So
Yeah.
just don't surround yourself with negativity. Just surround yourself with people that are cheering for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm so happy I could have you on and that you
I
got
know,
to
thanks
share
for
your
having
story.
me.
Yeah, thanks. And I hope everything's good and your daughter feels better and
Yes.
you guys can rock on there and move into spring and open some windows and all that. So
I'm ready for summer. I love winter because, like I said, snowboarding and ice hockey, but I'm ready
yeah,
for summer.
yeah. I love that you played hockey. Being from Minnesota, like
It's so big.
it's so big. I was never into it, but yeah, it's big. So
Yeah, I love it.
amazing. Well, thank you for being on, and I look forward to seeing you in the group.
Thank you so much.
Yes, have a good
Enjoy your day.
day.
Bye.